Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Professor Chirag Rajendrasi Desai, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department of RNG Patel Institute of Technology, Bardoli, welcomes you all in this wonderful knowledge-sharing webinar on 5S Awareness Program. Today, we are with us Professor Chinmay Desai, sir, Head of Electrical Engineering Department. We are with us, our expert for the today's session, Professor Ashish K. Desai, sir, from the Mechanical Engineering Department. So now I would like to request Professor Chinmay Desai, sir, to share a few words about the today's webinar. Over to you, CD Desai, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we are going to know about the 5S. So, what is 5S? In brief, I just mentioned the 5S philosophy is a place for everything and everything in its place. First thing. Uh, how it helps? It helps to eliminate our waste time, waste space, as well as waste inventory. And how it benefits? So it benefits that it rises the product quality, increase the quality of product as well as improve the work productivity, resulting in a lower cost at product as well as higher efficiency of machines as well as mankind. The 5 years workplace organizational and housekeeping methodology refer to 5 steps actually. These are the sort, set in order, third is sign, fourth is standardize, and fifth is sustain. And the sixth one, it is honorary, that is safety, most important. So we are going to learn from our expert. He is a 5 years auditor, Professor Ashish K. Desai from Mechanical Engineering Department. He aware us regarding understanding of 5 years, importance of 5 years, what can you gain from 5 years, as well as how to motivate people to practice 5 years and awareness of 5 years implementation at our college. There are so many steps or activities is going on. Faculty members as well as lead by 5 years coordinators. So all these topics or subjects we are going to know by attending the webinar of Professor Ashish K. Desai. So I directly handed over to Ashish Desai sir. So Ashish sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. Let us start the awareness on 5 years program. It's a beautiful program which is organized by our institute. The reason behind organizing this particular program is that because we are going for the next level, we are going for the certification of 5 years. So we are the second institute in India who will going for the certification. So it is quite interesting for you people, especially the students of RNGPIT, because you people are the stakeholder of this institute. So it is mandatory to get knowledge about each and every steps of 5S. So today's in our session, we'll going to talk about the each and every aspects of 5S, how we need to implement it, how step by step the process will going on. So let us start today's session. So basically it is nothing but the workplace management. So I have put the name, that is manage workplace efficiently with 5S. So outline of today's presentation will start directly from the understanding of 5S, how to implement 5S. I am having certain glimpse of 5S activities, and then last session we will went with the query and questions. So let me start directly with the 5S at workplace. So why 5S at workplace? Because it's, as already sir said, that it save time, energy, and efforts of searching things. So basically we are converting the entire process in fast retrieval process. Whatever the things we have put on its own place, we can identify it in very less time. So that is what the main objective of 5S, to manage the workplace efficiently, under which we can work with a very safe environment and with the ease. So basically, the objective behind to implement a 5S is the safe environment and to work with a is. So that is what the basic objective. To minimize the inconvenience, whatever the inconvenience in our daily routine life, routine activities, that we can minimize. To develop a habit of continuous improvement. Look, it's a continuous process. 5S is not a overnight process or the process of 2 months or 3 months. It's a continuous process. So whenever we went for the continuous process, it gives us continuous result of improvement. So it's also habited us regarding continuous improvement. Other benefits, if we are talking about the industry people as well as in the institutes, we can reduce cost. We can also increase the quality of education and the quality of housekeeping. Increase productivity as far as the industries are concerned. Greater employee satisfaction, we can put onto the first row. The satisfaction of employee as well as students will definitely go up. And also a safer work environment. So these are the reasons why we need to implement 5S at our workplace. Then what is 5S? Basically, 5S is a fundamental gateway of quality journey. Look, there are a lot of quality certifications are there. Industries have to catch a lot of certificate with related to their productivity, their management, their HR activities, and a lot of activities are carried out. So there are a lot of quality certifications are there. So if we need to go with any quality certification, then this 5S is a fundamental gateway of quality journey. So basically, if we are implementing 5S, then to catch any quality certificate is quite easy for. So that's why we need to go with the 5S. Simple but requires involvement of all. So basically, it is a mandatory process. It's not voluntary. So it's required to involve each and every person, all the stakeholders, including students, the people of canteen, pews, sweepers, all the faculties. So it's a mandatory process for each and every people who are working under the same shelter. So that's why today we have organized this particular session. So especially for the students, you need to catch a lot of things from today's session. It called for involvement of top management also. So we have already involved our top management, and with the permission of the same top management, today we are going to organize the same. Now, let us start with the basics of 5S. So basically, 5S is a technology which came up from the Japan. So fortunately, the all 5 steps are starts from S. So that's why the process is called 5S. So basically, that all 5S you can see on the board. That is 1S, 2S, 3S, 4S, and 5S. So as far as the Japanese name are concerned, the 1S is called Seiri. It means reorganization. So we are sort out the things. 2S, that is sit-on. It is neatness. So we are going to place each and everything on its decided place. So that is neatness. 3S, that is seesaw. It's cleaning. Basically, the first name you can identify it into the English, that is short set in order that you can identify it from the Google. But these all, whatever you have identified to Google, they are not right meaning of the S. So that's why I have put both the name. So basically, 1S, which called Seiri in Japanese, its real meaning in English is reorganization. We are reorganize the items. We are reorganizing the place. 2S, that is sit-on, means neatness. Whatever the items we have catch into the first S, that we need to place on the decided place. There are a lot of we can say the other fundamentals are there. We will definitely talk later. 3S, that is seesaw, means cleaning. Here we are doing cleaning and inspection both. How we can conducting that, we will talk later. 4S, that is saiketsu, means visual management. So we are putting a lot of labels and visualize a lot of things with the help of which we can standardize the process. So that is what is called saiketsu. And the 5th S, it's called shitsuke, means discipline. How we can continue the process, in which discipline we are continue the process, that is what is 5S. So let us start from each S. So once again, let me say the Japanese word, that is Seiri, sit-on, seiso, saiketsu, and shitsuke. Now, how to start 5S? So when we are going to start 5S, the first and the foremost point is that every time we need to ask why to each S, that why we are going to implement that. When you ask why, you are having certain answers, and those all answers are your objective. Next is total employee involvement. with the help of it, we can definitely make a very good team building, because it's a total employee involvement. So with the help of that, we can manage a big mob of a team, and we can catch a lot of good things. The team building we can improve. Next is the brainstorming. At every time, after every process, after 1S, after 2S, every time we need to do brainstorming. So with the help of that brainstorming, we are come up with a lot of ideas, a lot of new things. So all that new ideas and new things will become more improvement in our daily life. And you can also see some aesthetic change into the institute also. And those all aesthetic change and the change in the process, the A's in the process, those all are the result of that brainstorming. And the foremost process of any 5S activities, take initial photographs. First of all, we need to start with the initial photograph. Then only we are going to start process of 5S, because we need to see the changes. What kind of office, what kind of room you are having today, you need to take photograph. And after implementation of 5S or after implementation of each S, you can see some improvements, a lot of improvements you can see. So that's why we need to take initial photographs every time while we are implementing the 5S. So here I am starting with certain photographs. So you can see the photograph of stores. These are the photograph before 5S. Here you can see. This is one office. It's very dusty and having a lot of items surrounding the chair as well as the tables. You can see the storeroom. The stacking process is also not good. Here a lot of items are there below table. So under table, things are always difficult to get out and get in. So these are the photos of before we are implementing 5S. Now let us think about the brief of each S. So 1S is nothing but the SAID. It's called a reorganization. Now what is reorganization? Reorganization is nothing but we are sort out the items and segregate the item, like first wanted, second unwanted, and third may not necessary. So whatever the item we are catching from our own area, then we need to sort out those items in two ways. One, that is wanted, and second one is unwanted. Whatever the wanted item we are having, make a space for those items. All those items we need to keep on a particular space. We need to decide the space for that items. Whatever the unwanted item, it may be shifted to store, it may be repair. If it is not utilized for the further purpose, then we can scrap it or we can waste it. And if no use for us but other, send to Sari Museum. So here we need to make a small Sari Museum, with the help of which, if the item which are there, which can be utilized by the other people or the other department, then we can send it to the Sari Museum. That Sari Museum visit will be there. We are celebrating Sari Day. So with the help of that Sari Day, we can catch a lot of things which we can utilize for our own area or our own zone. Now, whatever the item, still we are not deciding that whether the item is wanted, whether it may be utilized for the in future, or may not necessary or necessary. For all those items, we need to categorize those items, and we need to put red tag and put all the items into the red tag zone. Every zone is having red tag area. When all those items are sent, whomsoever items are not, we can say the decided yet whether we need to put all the items into the scrap, we need to recondense it, we need to repair it. So all those items are we need to put into the red tag zone. So here you can see the red tag area, the items with red tags. You can see the red tabs. So you can go with any area. Some room you can catch. So all those area you can utilize as a red tag area. Now, what kind of brainstorming activities we are doing during 1S? So there are a lot of things coming in our mind whenever we are going to segregate the things. So first of all, why things become unnecessary? So that is what the first question came into our mind. If we are having certain answer, then we can definitely increase the life of item. So the second thing, can we increase the life of item? Definitely we can do with the replacement of a new one. We can replace it with a better one. So there are a lot of answers we are catching with the help of the brainstorming. Next point we can take for the brainstorming is reasons for unnecessary accommodation. If it is unnecessary for us, then why we need to accommodate those items? Once it is not, we can say the utilize for the further process or for the further work, then sometimes unnecessarily we are accommodate the things. So those kind of items we also need to list out, that these items should not be accommodated unnecessarily. So that is what also good, we can say, the result from the brainstorming. Then we can also improve the required to disposal. We are having certain list how we can dispose the items. There are a lot of varieties of waste are there, like paper waste are there, metal waste are there. So we should have a certain disposable procedure. So definitely we need to go with the same. Then can we get alternate item with more life? So a lot of items we need to alter, or we need to change it at a very short time frequency. So we need to go with the other alternative items which are having more life. So which definitely gives us the better inventory as well as the cost efficiency also. Can we utilize such items somewhere? Like we can do some waste to waste activities with the help of which whatever the scrap we are disposing, that items we can convert it into the other items which can be utilized somewhere. So waste to waste process, you can definitely catch a lot of videos from the YouTube. I'm having certain glimpse in industries how the people are utilizing such items for the betterment. So you can see the oil tins or the barrels are utilized to make a sofa set. There is one table over there. There is a bookshelf. Here you can see the painting tins are utilized to make a pot. Here helmets are utilizing to for the plantation. You can see the car tires. The scrap tires are utilized for the gardening. Here you can see some nut bolts which are not utilizing further. So they have made a molecule like robot, and that is utilized for the paperweight. So we can do a lot of things. You are having a lot of ideas in your mind that how we can do the best from waste. Now the second S is ceton. So ultimately the result of 1S is nothing but we need to segregate and sort out the items. Whether the item is wanted, then we need to put it onto the proper place. If it is unwanted, then it is also having two parts. Some of the item we can utilize for the future process. Then we need to put the items into the store. Either we can send it to the Seri museum. If it is not into the use, then if we are converting those items into the best one, then we can go with the best from waste. If it is not utilized everywhere, then we need to scrap it. So this is what the result of 1S. Now what is 2S? So 2S is neatness, and neatness is nothing but the functionally storage with the proper labeling. Now this is what the most important, we can say, the step in 5S, that is functionally storage with proper labeling. Whatever the item we have sought out which are utilized or wanted for the daily routine process, then we need to store all those items with proper labeling and functionally. Now what are the steps of all those items we need to keep on its own place? First, frequency of use. So as far as the use of the items, we can put the items like the daily routine files we need to put onto the first rack. Then following we can utilize the items. So as far as the frequency of use, we are labeling the product and we are store the items. Shape and size, like if the item is having sharpened shape, it is having round shape, then we cannot keep those items onto the above part of the cupboard or onto the above rack. So all those items should be we can say they put properly, with the help of which we can also make safe environment. Then next is easy to take out and put them back. Whatever the item we are having, it can be easily come out from the cupboard. It is easily come out from the rack. So that is what the first we can say the objective of 2S. So whatever the item we have segregated, it need to be stored with the help of which we can take out those items properly from the cupboard or a rack or put them back easily. Now, fourth one is the safety. Whenever we are doing any work of like take out, take in, we are replacing it, we are cleaning it. So every time we need to take care the all the environment should be safe. So the safety is also considering while we are talking about the 2S. And the fifth one is a good look. Whenever we are organizing our cupboard, the rack, our table, our even classroom, if I'm talking about our benches, chairs, so it should be look good, aesthetically good, and standardized. So that is what the neatness. So once again, what kind of steps we need to take and care? That is frequency of use, shape and size, easy to take out and put them back, safety and good look. Basically, if I'm talking about neatness, so neatness is nothing but a peep. Now, what do you mean by peep? So peep is nothing but place for everything and everything on its place. Means whatever the place we have identified for the item, that item must should be there on its own place. Whenever we want for the audit, whenever anybody come to see that particular item, it should be on its own place. So that is what the most important part of 5S, that is nothing but the peep, place for everything and everything on its place. You can see certain photograph the activities of place for everything and everything on its place. You can see some beautiful picture. You can see how the tools have been put onto the board. You can see the racks which are full of some oil tins and bags. You can also see some tools over here. You can see one drawer which is having stationary items. We are having certain brainstorming activities during 2S. Every after every S we need to brainstorm. I have already told you. So what kind of brainstorming activities we need to carry out during 2S? First is how to optimize inventory. So we have stored lot of things. We have purchased lot of things. So how we can optimize inventory? That is what the most important activity of brainstorming where we are talking about 2S. Next is develop visual for easy identification. We need to develop easy identification visuals, like whatever the things we have put into the cupboard, we need to mention everything onto the outside of the cupboard, that this kind of files and manuals and reading materials and books are kept into these particular number of shelf. So it is easily identified for the other people. So we need to develop visuals for easy identification, so that we have already developed at our institute. Once you visit our institute, you can definitely get a lot of things of easy identification. You can also utilize some arrow, you can also utilize room numbers, you can also utilize some path process, you can make a path to follow. So a lot of visualize we can say the implement while we are talking about the easy identification. So we are having a lot of visualizations at our institute. So do come at institute, you can definitely catch a lot of things which can gives you the A's to identify and to catch the things, the rooms and anything. Then we need to note down the item kept mentioning location and sub-location in Excel sheet, with the help of which the retrieval process of the item can be very easy. If any room is having more than 5 cupboards, then if we need to catch one single file, and if you are kept the same thing, all the file mentioned in one list, the location and sub-location, or we have already identified, then we can easily say that this particular circular file is at 3rd number of cupboard and having 2nd shelf, and the 4th file is the same circular file. So within a minute you can catch your file. So that is what the result of that brainstorming activity, and that is what the result of 2S. Then prepare alphabetical checklist and location wise checklist and take hard copies of list. If the items are quite higher, if you are talking about the store of workshop, store of any zone or any department, if we have prepared alphabetical checklist and location wise checklist, then we can definitely retrieve the items easily. Especially if I'm talking about the our chemical laboratory, all the chemicals are, if put into the alphabetical order, then we can easily identify and we can easily retrieve the chemical what we want. So these are the activities we need to carry out during 2S brainstorming. And these all activities are having the result that easy retrieval process. So we can retrieve the items in very short time. Now, whatever the best ideas we have follow, we have make certain standard practice during our 2S and 1S process, that all process what we have follow regularly, we need to make it 4S means standardized. We need to go with the standard practice. If we are putting the certain ideas into the habit, then all those habits call the standard practice, and that we need to went into the make its 4S. So we need to make standards. Okay. Now let us go. Once again, you can catch certain peaks. Here you can see the visualization, return tools to proper locations. So once you catch the tool, you need to put it back onto the same location. You can see the files diagonally, a strip is there. So once we take 8 number file, so you can see the split into your diagonal tab. So this is easily visualization. That's if some 2 files are missing, then you can, with the help of visualization only, you can catch it that some of the files are missing. So this kind of visualization also you can utilize while you are implementing 2S. So this is called 2S activities. Now what is 3S? 3S is nothing but the CISO. It means cleaning. So this is cleaning and inspection. Why we can call this inspection? Because when we are doing cleaning, we are automatically doing 1S and 2S activity. When we are clean the items, we can put the items, we are clean the items. So at that time, at least we can get the idea that whether the item is wanted or unwanted. If it is wanted, then whether it is on its own place or not, that we can identify. So we are not doing, we are reversing the 1S and 2S activities in cleaning. So while we are doing cleaning, automatically we are doing inspection. So that's why CISO is called cleaning and inspection. So what kind of cleaning we are doing, how we are doing cleaning, what kind of, we can say the instruments or the, we are utilizing for the cleaning. So that lot of brainstorming topics are there. So let us see how we need to do 3S. So basically 3S is nothing but the cleaning and inspection. So first, decide frequency of cleaning. It is must. We need to decide frequency of cleaning, because a lot of things at our institute, we need to clean it every day. Some of the portion we need to clean per week. Some of the era like windows, curtains, tube lights, fans, we need to go with like a monthly process. So you need to make a schedule of the frequency of cleaning. So first of all, we need to do 2S for that 3S. So that we have already decided at our institute. So first of all, decide frequency of cleaning with responsibility. Which mob or the who is taking care of that particular activity, that we need to decide. Way of cleaning, because there are different way of cleaning. We cannot clean our car with the help of the wire brush. So there are a lot of way of cleaning as far as the item is concerned. And the floor is concerned. If you are having wet floor, then you cannot use broom. You need to definitely go with the wipers. So way of cleaning we need to decide. As far as the way of cleaning, we need to use cleaning equipment with respect to the way of cleaning. So there are a lot of things we need to taken care, like way of cleaning equipment use, and next and foremost, proper storage of cleaning materials and cleaning equipment placement. We need to place each and every cleaning materials on the proper place. So we need to do 2S over here. Proper storage of cleaning material and cleaning equipment placement. Like whenever you went for the workshop, there are a lot of metal chips are there. So the cleaning equipment to get out those all metal chips is different. At the same time, we are having certain dust surrounding at our table and our benches. So at that time, you cannot go with the wire brush. So at that time, your cleaning equipment is different. So variety of cleaning equipment we are using. So you need to list out the cleaning equipment with respect to the way of cleaning. Definitely, we need to take safety during cleaning. So whenever you place anything on its own place, you also need to take care. So whenever we are doing 2S activity, like we are putting certain instrument onto its own place, but at that time we also need to take care that it's quite easy to get clean it. So those also we need to catch the things. So safety during cleaning also we need to take care. So whenever we are doing cleaning, like we are cleaning the cupboard and tube light, so at that time we need to be more careful. So for that we can definitely use different scaffold instruments. So definitely we are going with the very ease and safe operation of cleaning and inspection. So the red line is talking about the same. Once again, we went for the 1S and 2S. So once again, 1S is nothing but the sort out whether the item is a wanted or unwanted, and 2S is nothing whether the item is on its own place. So whenever we are doing cleaning, once again we are doing 1S and 2S, as I already told you. So let's go ahead. Here you can see some glimpse how they have put their cleaning instruments. So some of have make the red tape area. They have marked the area properly. Some of have make a bench which carry all the items we are utilized for the cleaning. What are the brainstorming points we need to take care? So first is that why cleaning is required, why frequently cleaning is required. So we need to go with the reasons that why we need to clean. So if we work on the root causes of all those, we can definitely increase the frequency, increase the time lag in between two cleaning, and that gives us more good results of cleaning. What are the causes behind cleaning? Can we eliminate? If we can eliminate, then it's good. We can also reduce the manpower behind the unwanted work. And can we reduce? So we are having only two things. We can reduce it or we can eliminate the causes. So these are the brainstorming activities we need to catch during 3S activity, that why cleaning is required. What are the causes? Can we eliminate or can we reduce it? Now, whatever the base ideas we have got from the 3S, like we have make schedule. So, and if we are following the same schedule for the cleaning, then we can definitely follow it regularly. Then we need to make it 4S. So 4S is nothing but the standardized. So it's a standardized practice. Now, whenever we need to go with the same, then a lot of industries having making group. That group is called Jagruti group, that follow up and make more discipline in organization. Jagruti group is doing one activity there. They are always motivate every people that today they are talking about the 5S objective. So Jagruti group is basically doing the activity of discipline in organization and also motivating the people towards doing the activity. So this is 3S. Basically, you can see these people are doing cleaning activity. Basically, one big, we can say the advantage of cleaning activity is there. In industries, they are having a certain habit that whomsoever worker are working on to the machine, they themselves are doing cleaning, because as far as the, we can say that more than nearly 40-50% of the accident can be reduced while we are doing cleaning, because during cleaning you can identify some small maintenance problems, so that can be eliminated during the cleaning. So the 3S is also having some intangible benefits, like it's also reduced maintenance. So keep your area clean with yourself only, whatever you can do. So with the help of it, you can definitely catch a lot of, we can say, the results, good results and the positive results. So you can see some glimpse. Now, what is 4S? Basically, to understand 4S, let us understand the all 1S, 2S, 3S activities and the objective behind this. We have already considered a lot of points of 1S, 2S, and 3S. But now let us start with a small sentence that objective of housekeeping is to reduce 1S, 2S, and 3S activities and efforts. Now you can see during 1S, 2S, and 3S activities, we need a lot of manpower and a big manpower, whether we are talking about industries or institute. So if we are reducing certain activities of housekeeping, definitely we can reduce the manpower. I'm not talking about the manpower, but the effort of manpower. Okay, so if we are reducing the efforts, then we are having some extra time to do some extra activities and the new activities. So objective of housekeeping is to reduce 1S, means segregation process. 2S means we need to visualize it, labeling it. We can definitely reduce the retrieval time. So that is 2S process, and 3S is cleaning and inspection. So if we need to reduce it, then we definitely went with the standardization. So ideas what we have generated and trial from 1S, 2S and 3S, and once we get success during all those schedules, all those ideas, we need to standardize it, and now all we need to follow the same. Once we follow the same, we can say a certain scattered process, certain unwanted process, that we can definitely eliminate or reduce. We can also reduce the inconvenience during the process, inconvenience during the any work, that we can definitely reduce or eliminate. So 1S, 2S and 3S is having certain good ideas. If you are following such ideas in a regular way, if we are putting a habit to follow the same, then we need to standardize it, and we all have to follow the same. So our institute is having make a lot of standards. So that standards, if we follow, then we can definitely catch a lot of good results. Develop visual management so that there should not be any chance of mistake. So for that, all standards we need to make visual management, by the virtue of which there is very less chance of mistake, and we can definitely follow it. So standard practice to be followed by everyone and make it habit. Uh, if we are doing certain process at least 21 time, so we can definitely make it habit. So once we are start the process and we are follow the same and we are continue the same, that all kind of process are our habit. So once it make our habit, that is standardization. So once again, keep in your mind that standardization is nothing but whatever the activities we are doing for the good faith to reduce the efforts of 1S, 2S and 3S. All those activities what we have put into the regular practice, those all activities are called standardized. So standardized is also called visual management, because all those activities we need to visualize. Okay, so those all we need to develop visual management. So with the help of very less mistakes, we can do the process properly. Example of standardize, there are a lot of examples of standardization, like we can put work instruction, standard operating procedures. So if we are having a lot of instruments at our institute, at our lab, so if you are putting standard operating procedure, so everyone follow the same procedure. So there are very less chance to get, we can say, the disconnect with the machine, the maintenance of the machine. We can reduce a lot of things. If you are operating the same, the accident during the experiment or during the process will reduce. So work instruction, how to utilize the your room, how to utilize the instrument. So if we follow the same work instruction, then we can see the changes. Thus, if you are following standard operating procedure, then I don't think there will be any hazard during any operating of instruments. So these are mandatory for the institute as well as the industry. So we have already made a standard operating procedure of each and every instrument at our institute. So whenever you are appear for your laboratory work, when you are appear for your class, when you are appear for your project work, you need to follow the same standard operating procedure and the work instruction what we have put into the every laboratory and at the every instrument. So if you are following the same, you can work with very ease, with safe operation and without hazard and accident. Then we are also doing one thing, checklist development and regular uses of SOPs. So once we prepared a checklist of any cupboard or any items or any storeroom, then we can easily do it, check, and we can also count the inventory as far as the checklist. So checklist development is also a very good activity. We have developed that those all activities at our institute. Then mechanism and format developed for ordering supplies and reporting, etc. Because a lot of maintenance work is there in industries as well as in the institute. So a lot of new items we need to buy from the other parties, from the stakeholders. A lot of maintenance work is going on. So if we are having certain, we can say, the documentation process, certain practice, then we can do those all process in very fast way. We can report it properly with the feedback, whether the process is doing in a good way or not. So all those kind of format development is there. So we have already developed a lot of formats of maintenance, the format of procurement of items, the format, how to dispose the files, how to dispose all of the items. So all those mechanism and formats are reduce the effort to doing all those work. So this is also standardization. Then color coding for waste segregation. So nowadays you can see there are two types of dustbins are available: green dustbin and the blue dustbin. That is for the dry waste and the wet waste. So like this kind of color coding we are also utilizing for the waste segregation, as well as we are also using color coding to identify the various files, because we are having a lot of files, documents. So we can do color coding for the lot of things. So that is also standardization. So look, these are the few examples of standardization. You can put a lot of other activities which you are doing in a daily way, that also you can put in a standardized. Then standardized common symbols. So we have standardized few common symbols for the fire extinguishers, to keep your shoes outside, put your bag outside. For those all few small activities, we have identified symbols. So that symbols you can understand, and for the better visualization, we have put the symbols each at varieties of places at our institute. So these all things, the small changes, the small activities which reduces our time, which reduce our efforts, which reduce our energy, that all practices are called standard practice. So as far as the 5S is concerned, and as far as the law of 5S is concerned, we need to target at least 5 standard practice per month. So that we have already did in past. We have already reached up to the per month 5 standard practices. So whenever you are coming into the institute, you also need to follow the same. Our next session will be on the same, that how you have to work with the institute. Today we are having awareness program on 5S. The next session will conduct, and you can see the lot of changes in institute, the aesthetic changes, as well as the working environment. You can see and you can feel the change. So this is what the 4S. Now 5S is the most difficult thing. So you can definitely reach with the help of a big manpower, with your own effort and your energy. You can definitely do some work of 1S, 2S, and 3S. But to sustain the same system is very difficult. Once we develop anything, we need to continue it. Then it's difficult. So that's why the 5S is sustainability of anything. It's quite difficult. So that's why in 5S we have put some point which gives you the boost and self motivation to do good activities. It's also give boost to others to do good with your own institute. So let us see how we can sustain all the standardized practices, the continuous improvement. So the 5S says that each one is responsible for his or her own area, plus common areas as per decision of the people over there. So what we have divided our entire institute in zone, that every zone is having sub area. Sub area is having a class or a laboratory. Every classroom, every laboratory is having one person who is responsible for his own area. So that all people are responsible for each and everything. And the common area is also having certain people who are taking care of those area, and that may be rotated bi-monthly. Now, what they have to do, they need to prepare the checklist of his or her own area, and common areas given to the checklist to be handwritten. So these will be written in your mind. So if I am having my laboratory, so I need to make a checklist that what kind of items I need to check whether I am doing my own audit. So I am having instruments, I am having my table, I am having my cupboard, I am having tube light, I am having chair, switchboard, window curtain, door opener and closer. So all those items I need to return into the book. So once I return into the page, that is written into my mind. So whenever I'm entering into my class, and if we are having 5 minutes every day to do the 5S activity. So during that 5 minutes, I can definitely check all those items. So whether those items are on its own place, whether the item is necessary, wanted or unwanted, whether it is clean or not. So all 4 activities I can do within 5 minutes. So once everyone start the same, we can definitely reach to our goal. Okay, so that is what the main idea behind these 5 years activities. So first of all, whomsoever is responsible for his own area and common area, he need to make a checklist. Then the general checklist of each zone is having minimum 30 point to maximum 50 point, covering broadly all the areas of your zone, and these to be checked by each one in rotation once in a week, say on Saturday or say on Friday. So here the weekly audit is carried out by the zone people. The zone people is your own people. In that, your zone coordinator with one other person is auditing entire zone with the help of these 30 to 50 points, and they are putting marks on the base of that work, whether the work is poor, whether the work is average, whether the work is good, whether the work is very good, whether the work is excellent. So on the basis of that, you can catch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks. So out of 5, how many marks you are covered? On the base of that, the entire marking system is carried out. I will see you the audit sheet also. So then note down the shortcomings and discuss how to overcome that. Now, after doing auditing, there are, during out of that 50 point, let us say we can see the shortcomings in 15 points. So we need to talk on those 15 points, that why there are poor action. So action to be taken on all those 15 items, and that it should be discussed with the steering committee and with your superior, the zone head, the steering committee member, and we can also we can say the catch some result, that how we can reduce it, how we can eliminate it. So once we are having certain result, how to reduce and how to eliminate, we can definitely develop standard practices with the help to reduce effort and the inputs. So this is how we can continue the process. Then after 1 month audit, at least 4 audit, then management audit will be there. So the people of management doing audit, the marks which we are gained during that 4 audits, the average of that 4 audit marks plus management mark, that gives to each zone. Whomsoever zone is at the highest rank, they will certified and awarded with trophy. So appreciation, recognition, and awarding on good 5 years activity should continue, because it gives boost and motivation to the people to do some good works. You can see the audit sheet. So this kind of audit sheet is there. A lot of points are we have covered. You can see the marking criteria like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Poor, average, good, very good, excellent. And we can do some changes as far as our area and our zone is concerned. A lot of, I think, and I hope that a lot of things we have covered. This is audit sheet for the plant. Now, why 5 years is becoming popular popular in industries as well as institute? There are 7 reasons behind it. Once visible results enhance the generation of more and new ideas. You can see the visible change, aesthetic change. You can feel and you can see. So which gives you more boost to generate more and more ideas and new ideas. The workplace gets cleaned up and better organized. You can see the clean workplace with the better organized one. So organized workplace is always good to be work. Then hospital and office operations become easier and safer. If you are implementing the such things in hospitals and offices, the operations becomes more easier and safer. The results are visible to everyone, insiders and outsiders. If the people are from inside institute, the stakeholders, and the people are coming from outside, they can definitely see the results. So that is also one of the reasons. People are naturally disciplined. Once you are following these certain activities, certain rules and regulations, then there is a natural discipline we can make at our institute. People take pride in their clean and organized workplace. You can talk related with your organization related to your workplace that it is very clean. So that is what is a main advantage of this process. And as a result, the company or institute catch good image among all other institute. So once you will catch the 5 years certification, you can definitely boost your company image or your institute image. And once you students are having the knowledge about that 5 years, you can also put the same thing written in your resume that I am having the knowledge of that 5 years. Then a lot of companies are put their interest in your resume, because a lot of companies are having 5 years activities are there in their own shelter, but the people doesn't have the idea. But once you are coming from the institute, you are fresh blood, but you are having ideas of 5 years, then you can definitely do some good we can say the things for your company. So today's program certificate you can put in your resume also. That will definitely uh, gives you more importance while you are in a queue of interview. So this kind of certificate our institute will catch in very short way. Now you can see some glimpse. These are the activities before and after. You can see the drastic change. Here we can see office, how disciplined. The hospital, 5 years hospital. The bins for biomedical waste, you can see 3 different color bins. Place for everything on its place, defined locations. Here also you can see with that red ring the defined locations. With the visuals, you can see that that particular dustbin is for the use insulin syringe, and second one, the black one, is for the expired medicines. So that visualization gives you more idea how to use it and how to reduce the energy and efforts. Here you can see the office before 5 years and after 5 years. Here desk and drawers. Once again the office. Here you can find 2S activities, place for everything on its place with visualization. So you can see how beautifully they have arranged their files in a cupboard. Here I have already said you that how we can make the standardized procedure for the cleaning, the frequency of cleaning. So you can see the item to be cleaned, frequency of cleaning, day and date, and responsibility. We can definitely implement the 5 years at our home. You can see certain peak of home kitchen. They have already implemented 5 years at their home. Here you can see. The sari was done in 4 categories for sit on. You can see that before 5 years, how the freezer looks, and after 5 years, how it looks. Top portion, bottom portion has been segregated by the items. Here you can see the book shelves. Now how it looks after 5 years. Once again. So you can see some eye-catchy results of 5 years. Now this is what I would like to share with you. that lot of things are no man's land at our institute, when there is no person will be there. So if you are not accounting all those era, then you can see the first photograph, the era will be like that after a certain period of time, if you are not maintaining it properly, not cleaning it properly. But if you are converting all those area into our worksheet and daily audit sheet, then we can audit all those area of no man's land, even common area. Then we can definitely catch some maintenance program, we can maintain it, and we can reduce maintenance cost also with the help of a regular audit. Here you can see some no man's land, the blank area we can say. This is reconditioning. As I already told you that some of the item you can recondense. So like this cupboard is very old. So after reconditioning, you can see the condition of cupboard. So a lot of items you can recondense with the help of small repairing. You can utilize it for the future. This is cupboard arrangement. Look, the first aid box should having the list of all the medicines inside the first aid box with its expiry date, with the help of which at least we can get the idea that whether the medicine is having in the we can utilize it or not. So once it's expired, we need to take out those all medicines and put it into the waste. Lot of instructions manual we can catch into the one box, with the help of which whenever we need that instruction manuals of any instruments, we can easily retrieve it, because when we need those all instruction manuals, we need to go here and there to catch all those manuals. So definitely we can put and we can store it into the one place. This is some visual management. If we are put some vertical name onto the file, we can also retrieve the file very fast. Thank you very much, each and everyone. Is there any question? Then you can write into the chat box, and I'm there for the answer. Thank you. Is there any question? The forum is open for you all. You can put your question into the chat box. Yes, sir. Is there any question from the viewers? Then
Very good feedback from the participants, and I don't find any question for the speaker. So once again, thank you very much, Professor Desai sir, for sparing your valuable time and aware people about the importance of 5S and how you can do the cultural change with the help of this methodology. So thank you very much for your time and organizing such beautiful webinar for the students.
thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm ending this session, and those who attended the webinar, I've already shared the feedback link. They can fill the feedback link and get your certificate for the attendance.